Is it case closed on President Trump's travel ban? Attorneys on both sides of the issue faced a noon deadline today to file briefs over whether the third rollout of the ban means there is nothing left for the U.S. Supreme Court to decide. Chief Legal Correspondent Shannon Bream joins me now with what the arguments will be and where it goes from here. Good evening, Shannon.
Hello. All right. So here's the deal. They both filed today. The administration says there's nothing for the court to do here, that this third issue that they have put out, this third order, is materially different from the other two. So there's nothing for them to decide. They want the court to move on. They said this today. If this court were to continue to hear these appeals, it would be asked to decide questions with no ongoing practical import. They say that this third order, they're calling it a proclamation. They say it's based on totally different criteria and it's a different ballgame altogether. Now, the opponents say, no, these three executive actions are virtually the same thing. They want the court to weigh in. So today they told them this, quote, the issuance of the third version does not render this case moot because it extends rather than eliminates the challenged conduct at issue. So from that position, they want the court to lump all three of these orders together, and they want them to rule it unconstitutional as the lower courts have done.
It did evolve, though. I mean, there is the stipulation that if these countries meet the visa requirements in their country, they could get off the list. But what happens now?
Well, the justices, as you know, are in the full term right now, so they're hearing and arguing other cases. But these briefs are not very substantive. I mean, they're short relative to everything else they're considering. They do act very quickly in most of these cases, so I would expect that to happen rather quickly. There's a lot at stake for the administration if the justices decide to hear the case. Both sides agree on that.
Having a ruling coming from the Supreme Court, including a Supreme Court that has a conservative majority, would be a huge blow to the Trump administration.
But any time an administration tees up one of these issues for the Supreme Court, they're running a real risk that the Supreme Court is going to say you've gone too far, you've overstepped your boundaries, and that has very significant consequences.
So, Brett, not a surprise that they also disagree about what happens if the court says we're not going to hear the case. The administration, of course, wants those lower court rulings that are against the travel ban, all the versions so far. They want those tossed. The other side says, no, they're good law. Keep them in place while this is being litigated.
Okay, we will follow every step. Shannon, thank you.